For years, we've all heard it, right? There's been this one single villain in the whole story of weight gain: carbs. We've been told that bread, rice, even fruit, they're the enemy. But what if that entire story is just wrong? What if we've been blaming the getaway driver instead of the actual mastermind behind the whole operation?
Okay, so let's get right into it. On one side, you see the usual suspects, the carbs. But on the other side, that's the real culprit. It's something I call metabolic chaos. And this isn't about blaming a single food group. No, this is about the state your body is actually in. The truth is, carbs aren't the villain here. The chaos is.
So what exactly is this new antagonist in our health story? Let's officially meet the real villain and get a crystal clear idea of what we mean by metabolic chaos.
Simply put, metabolic chaos is a state of total internal disharmony. It's what happens when your body's most important operating systems, we're talking your hormones, your stress response, your sleep cycles, are all out of sync and just not talking to each other properly. It's basically an internal environment of total disorder.
And here's the absolute most important takeaway from all of this. When your body gets stuck in this state of chaos, its entire response to the food you eat completely changes. This means that even the foods you think are healthy can start working against you, not for you.
So how does this chaos actually hijack your body on a biological level? Let's dig into the science a little bit and see what it really means to be out of sync.
Well, this chaos is really driven by a powerful trio. First up, high stress. This just floods your system with the hormone cortisol, which immediately puts you in survival mode, telling your body to hang on to energy as fat. Second, there's poor sleep and maybe irregular eating patterns. This totally confuses your body's response to sugar and leads to insulin resistance. You can almost think of it like your cells are just plugging their ears and not listening to the instructions to use sugar for fuel. And finally, all this disruption just throws your metabolism's natural rhythm completely out of whack, so it literally forgets how to process energy efficiently.
Let's just think about that sleep part for a second. We all have bad nights. It happens. But how much damage can one single night of poor sleep actually do to your system?
The answer is pretty staggering, actually. 20 to 30%. Research shows that just one night of bad sleep can reduce your body's ability to handle sugar by that much. That is the power of chaos in action, and it happens overnight.
And this right here perfectly illustrates the core idea. You see, it's not the carb, it's the context. It's the environment it enters. In a calm, balanced body, that piece of bread becomes amazing fuel for your brain and energy for your muscles. But in a chaotic, stressed out body, that exact same piece of bread becomes a trigger for storing fat and kicking off even more cravings.
Okay, so if chaos is the problem, how in the world do we fix it? Well, the good news is we absolutely can restore order. So here's a simple 4-step action plan you can use to defeat the chaos.
All right, first, balance your meals. A great rule of thumb is to never eat a carb all by itself. Always pair it with some protein, fiber, and healthy fats to slow everything down. Second, you've got to manage your stress, because that high cortisol makes every single calorie you eat way more likely to be stored. Third, prioritize good sleep. This is non-negotiable for restoring that crucial insulin sensitivity. And fourth, move your body every single day. Physical activity is one of the fastest ways to teach your body how to use fuel the way it's supposed to. Now, when you start focusing on these foundational habits, something really powerful begins to happen. You're not just, managing symptoms anymore. You're creating a whole new reality for yourself, a life after chaos.
This is the real prize. This is the end goal. When you bring your body back into a state of order, you earn the freedom to actually enjoy food again. You can have that slice of sourdough, that bowl of pasta, without the guilt, without the crazy blood sugar spikes, and without feeding that vicious cycle of chaos.
So, it really all comes down to a fundamental shift in how we think about this. Sustainable, long-term health isn't about restriction. The real solution is creating balance inside your body. If you take just one thing away from all this, please let it be this simple idea. It is time to change the story we tell ourselves. Stop blaming the carbs and start blaming the chaos.
And that leaves us with one final thought to really chew on. What if the entire key to healing your metabolism and feeling your absolute best isn't about what you take away, but about what you choose to restore?